Hey, Cedric here. I've been asked a few times to, try to do some little videos about how to use my gear and everything, because people aren't really used to this kind of gear. All right, we got all kinds of different little things here. Okay, you got your Mamba, got your Death's Head Mamba. Got your monkey mace. Alright, so all this gear is going to be used in a similar fashion. You know, got the Viper always in my pocket. It's not used like a flail, not used like a stick. Okay, with a stick you're going to throw it like a stiff blow. Alright, we don't want to be back here like ball batting. We're not going to do it like that. We're going to throw it more like a punch, you know. And you can swing in if you want, but we want to keep those straight lines, because that's where that's where your control comes from. If you're out here, if you're going to swing back, you're opening yourself up, you know. Now with the stick, when you hit, some of that force comes back to you. Alright, we get that equal and opposite reaction, so force is lost. But the stick has that just picture perfect control, right? With a flail, you basically you've got something on the end of a string, okay? You've got a weight now. You get terrific force, and none of that comes back to you. But your control, you know, it's a flail. I'm not gonna use that for self-defense, but this brings a little bit back from the flail into the spectrum. Now this is a pretty massive weight. It's about half a pound, you know. Well, add in the resin and rope and you've got half a pound at the end of this. Alright, and you can see how the weave reacts differently with the smaller weight of the 1/2 inch by 3 inch rod and the 1/4 inch Death's Head skull. Here's a massive amount of weight. Now, we're not going to swing this like we would a stick, really. You can do some movements similar, and if you watch Vampire, you'll see how he moves. Now, his stick movements are very much in tune with all of this. He's got the Heaven 6 and all that stuff. Now you can gain terrific force and still have a great deal of control, not lost through any and the backhands. For someone behind you, someone coming up, this is melee done right, my peeps. Okay? No matter what you hit, if it's meat, if it's bone. And again, this is not meant for all that. You know, this is a novelty item, emergency rope supply. But as with so many other things in life, this can fulfill dual purposes. With short movements of my wrist, just amazing force can be generated. Move so swiftly, so smoothly. And you can still punch with these in your hand. I'm not nearly as smooth with my left. So, when you're using this, I'd say, like, just get used to it first. when you're using any of my gear, just get used to how it moves. Just kind of feel your way through and just let it drop. Just let it drop. If you swing through like you have to with a stick, then you'll end up with bounce back. So this, we want we're going to drop it in almost like a whip, okay? You'll pull back when it hits, almost, okay? Okay, with a stick, we swing in, and if we just pull back at that moment, not much is going in. With this, it's a whole different deal. We got a clean spot here. Not gonna show up. Look at that. It actually pushed the wood away from itself there. See that? And that's just a minimum effort, you know? And that's what this is about. Force multipliers, my friend Paul calls them. And Paul, by the way, I was getting ready to package your stuff up when something new kinda started marinating in my mind. So I'm gonna give you the option to choose between the two, because you've been with me a long time. So here's the one I was going to send you out of that awesome rope, and here is what I came up with. I'm calling this the altered DNA. You see how the black nylon stands up over the Atwood poly? So, it's up to you. This is a little longer, but this is pretty cool looking. Altered DNA. It's up to you. Alright? Just let me know. Let me know so I can get them shipped out to you. I was packaging up, and I was like, when I started working on that, I was like, man, I gotta let Paul see this. And I finished two red ones, the altered DNA style. I'll give you a closer up look. You still got to go through the resin. Even without the resin. I'll give you all a closer look real quick, so you can see how this looks. Really cool. Really cool. See that? Altered DNA. I haven't given them names yet, not till after they get resin. So this is new. Well, hopefully I'll go be able to pick my boy up soon. Luke, he had to have surgery. When he was a puppy, I used to catch him carrying stones around in his mouth, and he kind of chipped up his teeth a little bit, and now I noticed a swelling up here and then one up here, and took him into the vet and had to make an appointment for surgery because both the teeth were just infected all the way to the root, you know. And it's like a 4-hour surgery. They really had to get in there and dig the roots out. There's always a risk, you know, when you're going under anesthesia. Human, doggy. My dogs, I really love them. Pretty cool stuff, y'all. So, that's it. I'm not going to keep yakking. Thank y'all for coming by. Be good to yourselves. Hold your heads up high. And don't let anyone bring you down. Hold fast. Hold fast and be good to yourself because you're worth it. You live free, punch hard, and I dig you. Catch you later.